Hello again, folks. It's Barry with Barry's 8-Track and Classic Car Radio Repair. And today's video is on the subject of cosmetic items and why you should not have your cosmetic work done before you send your unit into me for repair. What we have right here is a very popular Chrysler B9MC unit radio 8-track player, and the cosmetic work has already been done on this unit before it was sent to me, and we have a beautiful little, see if I can get everything put back together here. Okay, well, that's another problem right there. Is, okay, here we have a beautifully redone front bezel for it. It's a beautifully re-chromed. The dial face has been redone. It might even be a brand new dial face. But there's a problem here already in that this dial face is not supposed to be able to just come right off like this. So it needs to be pressed back into shape. That could easily mar the surfaces. In this case, it was not. But this unit was sent to me by one of the many car restoration shops that use me as their behind-the-scenes radio repairman, but who does not want the public to know that I'm doing the work for them. So I won't mention the name here, but just a few reasons not to send in your freshly re-chromed items is, for one thing, I've got to handle this thing. Of course, there's some screws holding this in place. Those have to be taken out. This needs to be removed. And it's easy enough for me to just remove this thing beforehand and, and wrap it in plastic so that it doesn't get damaged. But a few other factors is with this type of unit, I have to pull the front panel off, and I have to pry these knobs off. This unit, a very popular or a very common occurrence with this type of unit is that the tuning dial, as you can see, is not moving the pointer. In addition to that, the volume control is pretty hard to move, and on a lot of these units, you cannot move the volume control without also moving the tuning pointer, and conversely, of course, you cannot tune the radio without unintentionally adjusting your volume. So at any rate, what that job, what that requires is for me to pull this front panel off, and you can probably see that pulling the front panel off, it's going to scrape against this freshly redone tuning pointer. In some cases, I have to actually bend the pointer a little bit to get the front panel off so I can service this problem with the linkage, and it's almost impossible to get this piece off without bending that pointer. Naturally, if I have to bend the pointer, I'm probably going to chip the paint in that process. Now, since I require the customer to sign a work order stating that I'm not responsible or liable for any damage resulting to the cosmetics, scratches, stuff like that, I'm just not going to be responsible for it, because you should not send the stuff in with the cosmetic work already redone in the first place. And on other radios, there's other factors. I'm just using this Chrysler radio because this is a really good candidate to explain what needs to be done sometimes that may mar your beautifully redone cosmetics. And so this is just a little quick video, just to kind of, in case you didn't know why I won't accept responsibility for damage to cosmetics, is because this radio needs to be taken all apart, and there's a lot of things that can happen. That may or may not be my fault. In some cases, it's just a natural occurrence that cannot be avoided. So at any rate, once again, the customer agrees in writing that I am not responsible for any damage to the cosmetics, scratches, stuff like that. And so that was just the subject of this video. Pretty quick video, and just kind of explaining why I won't be held responsible for cosmetics, and that the customer agrees to this in writing when he signs the work order, which is required for me to work on the unit. So that's just a quick little video. Sorry for the lack of excitement and all that, but just wanted to explain, a few reasons why it's not a good idea to have your cosmetics done before sending the radio in to me for service. It's really best to go ahead and remove this front bezel, remove it and keep it. I can work on the radio without the bezel and without the tuning dial. I've got the means to, to determine whether we're on frequency or not. So, yeah, please do not send in your radio with a beautifully redone chromed piece, or it could be scratched, and I'm not responsible for it for reasons that should be understandable. So, on that somewhat serious note, this is Barry with Barry's 8-Track and Classic Car Radio Repair. If you have an 8-track unit either for home or for car use in need of service, you can reach me directly at 928-533-9666. I perform work on any pretty much any type of 8-track machine. I do mostly conversions on classic car AM radios, add FM, add Bluetooth, add USB, add line inputs, and on some units, on some Delco radios, I can even double the number of FM station presets. So, my website is in the description below. Thank you very much for watching and listening. We'll see you next time.